Hi folks, Gail of Lifestyle Obedience, training for the real world. I got Miss Birdie here pulling. She's so funny. All right. Hi folks, it's Gail of Lifestyle Obedience, training for the real world obedience, creating a thinking dog, thinking about your agenda, submitting to your authority, as a dominant dog would expect from the younger submissive dogs. There's a lot of training out there for markers for what we want from the dog. Very little training to get true response, respect, and a marker for what we don't want. And quite honestly, in the dog world, that's more realistic. A dog growls at another dog saying, I don't want that. And if you don't back off, I'm going to bite you. So I've created an exercise that simulates to the dog what my growl is and what my bite is. And I use scenarios that are going to benefit me. I talk about training with one purpose, multiple benefits. I consider my training foundational. You can use any other method to get your heel, sit, and stay, and down. But I use, the method that I use, that I've developed, is, again, establishing authority. Where, little doggy, are you violating my authority? How does one dog know that it's violating the authority of another? They don't until they get growled at and bit. That's how it happens in the dog world. So I do use a marker for what I want. It's good. I tell them good. Good means what you're doing is making me happy. You want to keep me happy. You keep repeating that behavior. But this is how I establish the Scold Term, and then it translates universally to the dog, just like the growl, for any naughty behavior that I wouldn't want. If the dog were to get up from the down, I'm going to tell it, no, don't get up from the down. If it goes to bite at my granddaughter, where's my granddaughter? Are you over there, Skylar? If the dog goes to bite at my granddaughter or jump on the child, how many of you have that kind of activity from your new little puppy? Look at this little puppy, this little energetic, yes she is, she's a little energetic girl. Well, how does she know what are her boundaries? So I have the good for what I want, and I have the no for what I don't want. More realistic in the dog world for a marker for a don't do that. So anyway, this is how I go ahead and introduce it. I'm going to chip this a little bit here. You see how I have the coffee table over there? I have toys here. This is good. You are allowed to play with the toys. Skylar, up over there on the desk, you see up there by my coffee cup? There's a tissue. Go ahead and grab that tissue, bring it over here, and that has ham in it, and we're going to see how good Birdie's nose is. So where is a toy? I'm going to get a squeak toy. I like squeak toys to get dogs' attention, and I need you to scoot over there, sweetheart, to get her over here. So I brought her over here. Do you see the tissue there? There you go. I'm going to go ahead, and there she sees it. No. No. And she goes to reach for it. I tell her no, and I give her the correction, and she's come to hide behind me. Thinking, remember I talk about creating a thinking dog. I'm sorry you can't see her. We're going to go ahead and move the camera. There you go. That's a better view. So I'm going to get a squeak toy to bring her over. There's the tissue. You see the tissue with the ham in it? She's sniffing it, sniffing it. What is she going to decide to do with it? And a good girl. She's thinking about her behavior now because she got a consequence she'd just as soon not have experienced when I told her N-O. So that's as simple as it gets. Do we see her she's sitting over here looking at it, knowing that that's not a good thing to go near. I'm going to put it closer to her. let her make the decision. So that could have been my ham sandwich placed on the corner of a coffee table. And that's what I would encourage you to do. You wrap something up, you put it in the tissue, put it in your play area. She goes for that. You correct her, but you continue to stay in the play mode. Hey, I was playing with you. That's what I was doing here. Nobody invited you to take that bait there. So then you could turn it into a sandwich. I very often will turn it into a sandwich and put it there on the coffee table. Again, to tell them no. So again, one purpose, multiple benefits. What is the one purpose? Where are you violating my authority? When you violate my authority, I'm going to tell you no, and I'm going to correct you. So when I start doing the obedience, let me do this with her. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. So I want to put her in a sit. I like to handle my dogs into their obedience. So if she resists, there's another way of violating my authority. So you can see that she's settled into this sit posture. I can put her into a down. Skylar, do me a favor, go ahead and scoop that camera so that we can see it. Just tip it a little bit towards. Tip right there, that's good. All right, so I put my hands on her. If she goes to bite me, to release her out of this position, I'm going to pick up this leash and I'm going to tell her no and give her a pop. There's another way that you're violating my authority. I like to, again, handle them into positions, because if they resist my handling, that is violating my authority. So there's another opportunity to help the dog understand what the marker for the unacceptable behavior is. Okay, birdie, okay, yay. Okay is go ahead and do what you'd like to do within the boundaries. She's been playing with this rope toy, this monster rope toy. What a good girl, good girl. If I want to put her into a down position, I just go ahead and take hold of her, and she's going much nicer into the down than when she first was introduced to it. She did bite my hands, and she had to be corrected, so she's much more compliant to my agenda. Very good. So creating a marker for what we want and a marker for what we don't want will help your puppy define, it will define to your puppy the boundaries that you have for it. So until next time, get those thinking puppies. Once you're in that the environment of your dog, just like a policeman in the rear view mirror of your car, don't we all get sheepish? Your presence should mean something to your dog. All right? Tell them what they should do, Skylar.
Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell and the like button. See you next time, folks.
Very good.